Hi photography class. I'm going to talk about the process of going through making a printing paper for your final project. So this is a pretty simple process once you get kind of the hang of things. You're going to find 3 photos. Each one needs to be a 2:3 format or 3:2 ratio, and then they need to be 6:4 for the final size. So I'm going to show you how to do that, mainly the exporting for the final size. So you've probably worked before on your iPad with Lightroom. This is the desktop version of Lightroom. If you need to find it, you go down here in your All Apps, and you're finding Adobe Lightroom. It's a little bit different to navigate. It has a few more tools, but the basic idea is pretty much the same. It might show you a singular photo view, and then you can go to the photo grid, or you can go to all photos here. But I'm just going to pick this photo right here. Actually, let's not do that one. I'm going to do, which photo? I'm going to do this one of me fat biking on a lake on Alaska here. And I'm going to show you, so when we crop, we've talked about cropping before, the original photo is a 4:3, you can see here in the top corner. It has to be in a 3:2 format. Now you could rotate or flip. I could, oops, I don't want to rotate my photo there, but I could change and make this, 2:3 in the other direction. That's not what I want to do there. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. It can be vertical or horizontal. It doesn't have to be one way or the other, but you will want to crop your photo to be in that 3:2 aspect ratio. So I would maybe do something like that, and then I could hit enter on my keyboard. And then I'll just do the auto settings here. We're not doing a ton for the editing of other things, but there would be my photo. Okay, well, let's call that good. That's not the point of this assignment. The point for right now is to show you how to export the photo and have it be in the correct size, which is 4:6. So we're going to go up to File, we're going to Export, and we need to do a couple settings here. The first is the image type needs to be a JPEG, a JPG. Okay? The dimensions, you're going to click on Custom, and you want the long side to be 6 inches. And make sure this is inches, not pixels, and not centimeter. Long side, 6. Okay? The resolution, we can leave the same. Quality, 100%. You want all that. That's good to go. I like to change the output sharpening to matte paper. And then we can change your print name. And I like to do something usually with my name. And then this will be, I already have some other prints, so I'll do print 6 at this point. And then you're going to click on the Export One Photo. And it's going to give you the options. It doesn't matter where you save this. You can save it in pictures, documents, wherever you want, but you need to do somewhere where you'll remember. So I have a printing folder in my documents, and I have some ones from previous classes that I've printed for students, and then there's my Mr. B one. So I'm going to select the folder, and it won't do anything, but if I go into my file folder, open up too many there, and I go to my documents, I go to printing, I go to Mr. B, we can see there's Mr. B print 6, okay? So that's the Lightroom setup. Pretty simple. Well, the second part of the assignment here is you're going to need to put them into Adobe Photoshop and make a PDF that we can send to the printer. So I'm going to open up Adobe Photoshop here. You haven't used Photoshop before. We're going to use Photoshop a lot second quarter, but this will be a good one. And we're just going to make a print sheet here. So I'm going to click on New File, Custom, and I want my width to be 8.5 inches. Do not have it pixels. 8.5 inches. Height 11 inches. Resolution 300 pixels per inch is fine. RGB color mode, all of those things are totally fine. So you can hit Create. And it's going to bring in this thing like so. Now you could import images and find them in your file folder. So I could come in with Mr. B and I could find photos like this one and it should bring it in there. It did not bring it in. Weird. Otherwise, you can pull up your file folder in the bottom, and this is the way most students do it. They click, highlight a bunch of them, and you drag them onto the screen, and it's going to go here, and you can hit Done, move it around. It didn't take those other ones. I don't know why we're being annoying here about putting photos in here. You drag it in, boom, okay, and we'll drag the other one in. Oh, I have to click off of that one. Done. Place it and drag it in. Done. Okay? And then we can move it. Now, you'll see here that I have 2 horizontal and 1 vertical. And really, you need to have 2 vertical images and 1 horizontal. But when we print these, this will be totally fine. We're just going to take this one right here. And I'm going to come over here to the rotate. I'm going to go 90 degrees. Okay? Flip it 90 degrees. And now we can place it. So you'll see here why we do the 4:6. You can see that this fits pretty tightly on here. Not a lot of extra space. If we did any wider, we really wouldn't have room in the 8.5 wide. And we have a little bit more in the height, but the 4 by 2. Excuse me, 6 by 4 is a standard photo size. So when we get this done, we'll be able to cut and then cut down the middle. Actually, I'll split these up a little more to give me more room to cut with. But that would be how you want to arrange them. Okay. Then the last thing we need to do is we need to File, Save As. Okay. We want to save this as a Photoshop PDF.pdf. Okay. And find that same folder, Mr. B, and I'm going to save it as Mr. B underscore print. We'll say print 1 for this one, and we can just save it. Okay. You can override settings. You hit OK. It's going to go some things here. You want to have it on high quality print. That's probably the most important thing, is high quality print. These other ones are not too important, but if it's something like smallest file size, you don't want that. You want it to be high quality print. Okay. Hang on a second here. I should. Nope, that's not what I want to do. High quality print. Save PDF. Okay. Bingo. So just make sure on the high quality print, you should be good to go there. If you got any questions, let me know. I can help you out.